Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our video last week introducing you to some of our favorite small camping items. This week we're going to finish out the video, so stick around, see what we have for you. Well, next on our list was going to be last on our list, but we got an unexpected rain shower, so my seating pad is wet. This item is from Adventure Tool Company, and it is their waxed canvas utility tarp. Now we take this, we just have it folded up under the seat of the Jeep or the truck, and take this everywhere, and I use this for pretty much everything. This thing is great if you're changing your oil. It's great if you want to get your butt out of the wetness. It's a perfect size. You can use it to sit on when you're out in the boondocks. If you want to avoid sitting on the ground, you can just throw it down. It's got tie downs if you want to use it as a tarp. So it's really just a little bit of a Swiss Army knife, but it's really well made. Great company out of Colorado, and I find that I use this thing all the time. Now the next item on our list is something that I don't take on every trip. It's very dependent on where I'm going on the trip. I've spent a lot of time in mosquito infested areas, and one of those areas is the Boundary Waters canoe area, and that is a camping area where you do have bear, so you have to either have your food in a bear-proof pack in your vehicle, which isn't an option in the Boundary Waters, or you hang it from a tree. Now, any of you that have ever tried to throw the rope over a tree limb know that it's just as likely that the rock you tie around the rope to throw it over the tree limb flies out and your rope goes nowhere. So what this is it's a bear bag by Feather River. Now, if you find this online, and I'll link it below, there are a lot of reviews talking about how the rope is too small and etc. I don't think they understood what this was for. What this bag is for is to get your your food hanging rope over the limbs of the tree. So effectively all it is a little bag, and inside of the bag, it's just like a throw bag for a recovery kit, you have cordage. And the way that you use this, the cords are connected to the bag so it doesn't come out. You fill the bag with rocks, you cinch it down, you unroll the line, and on the other end of the line you have a little carabiner clip that you hook your carabiner from your rope to. You toss the bag over the limb, then you pull the cord down, and you pull your real rope over the limb to hang your food. This thing has saved so much time and is so easy that I think it's definitely worth mentioning in any gadget video. And again, you're going to use it in bear country. You're not going to take it on every trip, but when you need it, you need it. It's an absolute certainty if you're spending any time outdoors that you're not going to always be as fresh as you'd like. You do get grungy when you're outdoors, and often you do not have a shower available to you. So what I like to take along are these shower pouches. And what this is it's basically an adult size baby wipe, if you will. Now these are quite large. I'll link the dimensions below, and they work great if you just want to do a quick wipe off, get the dirt off, kind of freshen up a bit before you go to bed after the end of a day. These things work great. Now, they're not cheap, so you don't want to rely on these entirely. You don't want to use them twice a day, or maybe you got enough money you can do that, but they work great for what they are. There are other companies that make them. What I've always found, or at least when I've looked, is that the actual towels inside are not near as big as these. So these are great size if you're taking a shower in the woods. If you survey any survival expert, they'll tell you that you can go a week without food. I'm sure I could go longer, but you can't go more than 2 days without water, give or take. Now I'm going to expand that, because I'm going to say that I'm not going to go a day without having something to drink. So 3 of the items that I've found that make that more pleasurable are my coffee cup, and this thing is great. And I know gushing about a coffee cup is kind of silly, but this is the Snow Peak Titanium 450 double-walled mug, and I have the optional lid that goes with it. It's lightweight. It doesn't get hot when you put your coffee in it. The foldable handles make it pack really easily, and the lid helps keep the liquid warm. I use this at home for my daily drinking cup. These things are fantastic. Second up is one of my newest finds. Now, traditionally for water, I would use a Nalgene bottle. I didn't love Nalgene bottles. I don't love really any plastic for food or water, just my take. But Prometheus Design Works has come out with a double-walled stainless steel bottle. They have their proprietary logos on top. And I love this. It's got the large mouth. It's got a nice bright lid, so if you leave it somewhere, you're going to find it pretty easily. One thing that I think they did a great job with is they made this so that it would fit with an MSR water filter. So my MSR Guardian can screw onto this just like it would an Nalgene bottle. And, you know, they're just rock solid. They're stainless steel. So this is a great water bottle. If you put cool water in it in the morning, it's going to be cool when you drink it in the evening. Now, this is not insulated. It's not going to keep your water cold for 45 days, but it does keep it relatively cool. I will say they make two bottles. One has their all-terrain logo like this one. The other one has the Kraken logo. I prefer this one. I've got them both. I prefer this one. I think the finish is a little grainier, and it makes it much easier to hold on to. The Kraken one is slicker. Now, having said that, I've never dropped it. It's not like it's slippery, but I just find this one easier to hold. And lastly, and maybe most importantly, after a long day on the trail, nothing goes better than a whiskey. I know some people like beer, but given we're in a JK, we don't have a lot of cooler space, whiskey is going to be the go-to. And what do we enjoy that in? This handy little set of Stanley Adventure shot glasses is just a neat little deal. I like it. Now, do you have to have shot glasses to drink your whiskey? No. You could put it in here if you wanted to. I probably think that if I started putting it in here, I might get a little generous with the pour. So if you look at this, all it is a container that holds 4 mini shot glasses. These are about 2 ounces each. So if you want to measure your whiskey pour, you've got a good idea of how much you're pouring. And these things go with us everywhere. Even when we travel to hotels, we take this in a flask, and probably shouldn't tell you that because you'll probably think that we're now alcoholics, but we like whiskey. The last item on our list of things that I always pack is actually kind of a surprise to me. Now, I've always been a dyed-in-the-wool, white gas, Coleman lantern kind of guy. I never made the jump to electric lanterns because I thought, why do I want to carry a bunch of batteries if I'm already carrying white gas from my stove, etc. But I discovered this next item, which is the M-powered Luci Light. And I'm telling you, these things are awesome. This is a small, very lightweight, waterproof lantern. It's solar charged, so you can keep it charged up on your dashboard while you're driving or in camp. It is LED, so it doesn't use a lot of energy. It's got a USB port, so if you want to charge your phone with it, you can do that. And they come in different sizes. This is the Luci Pro. This is the Luci Base. These will just put out the light. It's got 3 settings. It's got low, medium, and high. And then it's got your flashing rescue light, I guess. And again, solar rechargeable, lightweight. These can go in the tent. We hang these in the tent when we go in. Never would have done that with my gas lantern. So these things have been a bit of a revelation to me. I've enjoyed sharing some of my favorite camping items with you, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. For our subscribers, again, thank you. You guys are fantastic. If you haven't subscribed, please take a moment to hit the subscription button in the lower right-hand corner. And if you like the video, share it with your friends. I'm going to put a link for everything that we've talked about below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you outdoors.